pandemonium, liable to walk upon the scene. To illustrate my laughing life, Jonah and the whale, Noah and the ark, what did they do? Just when everything looked so dark, man, they said we better accept. You ain't the positive, eliminate the negative. Latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In-Between. No, don't mess with Mr. In-Between.
Like a river, I've got joy like a mountain. I've got
I wondered how long it would take him to come over here and start bragging about Pastor's sermon. Oh, he always makes me look so bad. Wait a minute. He thinks he's got his peace shoes on. Oh, I'll just see how peaceful I can make him.
I've got peace like a river in my soul. Doe! Doe, where are you? Oh, there you are.
Cartwright, I didn't see you there.
Well,
You take that over there, hang on that for me. Sorry, Cartwright, it must have slipped. Aren't you glad you got your peace shoes on? Oh, what was that song you were singing?
I've got peace like a river. Anyways, I just came over here to see if I could take you to lunch and have a little chat.
Chat? Well, what do we got to talk about?
Well, you know how I like to talk about the pastor's sermon and go over things.
Yeah, what he likes to do, he likes to brag at how much he knows as much as the pastor does.
Did you say something, Del?
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, let's go to lunch. I'd like to go with you. You're buying, right?
I said I was.
Sounds good to me.
Well, let's go. After you.
No, after you.
No, I insist, after you.
Oh, after you.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
You know.
Oh.
Must have slipped.
I've got peace like a river. I've got joy like a mountain.
I lost an important piece of paper and I can't find it. I've got to.
Let me help you find it.
Oh,
okay.
Thank you.
All right. Where should we go?
I don't know. Could it be in here? Oh, here's some papers.
Hi, Mrs. Lee. Hi, Charity. Hi. What are you doing? Looking for something?
She lost an important piece of paper. We've got to find it.
I'll help you look.
See in here? Where is it?
Oh, it could be here.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's on the top shelf? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Oh.
What's going on? Miss Evans lose an earring?
We don't have time for your humor. I lost a very important piece of paper.
Dear? Would it be a green piece of paper?
Oh, yes, it's green.
Oh, it's a good thing you said something. I didn't think to ask what I was looking for.
Would it be about the new order coming in?
Oh, really, you would be much more help if you weren't constantly interrupting me.
Dear.
Well, Irene, where else might you have put it?
Dear.
Did you go somewheres with it?
Not now.
If you would just
don't
give me a
know.
moment.
I know I didn't leave the store. That's all I know.
Dear.
Oh, at least we.
If you would just give me a moment.
You've had this all this time?
Well, I found
I
it.
can't
It was-
believe you could just stand around here and watch us all running around the store looking for that piece of paper, and you've had it all this time.
I was
the least
just...
you could. Oh, would it have been too much trouble for you to just speak up? Oh.
I was just...
And I wasted my lunchtime, and you had that paper the whole time?
Well, I don't know how your wife stands it sometimes. Goodbye.
I got peace like a river. I got peace like a river. I got peace like a river in my soul. Peace stealer.
Mr. Up, what's wrong?
It's my foot, Doc. Can you have a look at it? Okay.
Why, what's all scraped up? Where's your shoe?
It's right here, Doc.
Oh, really? Put that down.
Careful, Doc. Don't hurt it. Ow!
I would never purposely hurt you. Now, what did you think of something while I examine your foot?
Okay. How about, pastor's sermon on Sunday. Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, yeah, that was good. Yeah, I shall shod my feet with the gospel of peace. Yeah, a lot of meat in that sermon.
Meat? I don't remember any meat in that. Say, did you guys go out for lunch and not invite me? Ow!
I didn't mean literal meat. I meant there was a lot of meaning in that sermon. You know, sometimes I forget to put on my shoes of peace, especially when there's so many people that will remain nameless would love to steal your peace. Look, I can't examine you. I can't find anything wrong with your foot. Put your shoe back on and come back later if you have a problem still. Now I gotta disinfect my hands.
All that education, some help you were.
Oh, hello, Frankie. What's got you in such a hurry?
I just thought I needed some exercise, that's all.
Okay, out with it now. I know you wouldn't be running in here for exercise.
Well, there's some bullies outside, and they're threatening to get me, and I just thought, what a safer place to be than in the local jail, because they wouldn't follow me in here for nothing.
All right, so why do you have a bunch of bullies after you now?
Well, for some silly reason, they seem to think that I took something that belongs to them.
Well, did you?
No, it don't belong to them. They stole it.
So you do have it then?
No,
Frankie?
I don't. I sold it. You gotta protect me, officer. You're the law.
Frankie, that was just a squirrel up on the roof. But you're right, I am here. I'm supposed to be protecting you, so tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to read you a proverb to protect you. Here it is. Proverbs 3:25 says, "Have no fear of sudden disaster or the ruin that overtakes the wicked. For the Lord will be your confidence, and he will keep your feet from being snared." Now, Frankie, if you were serving the Lord, you wouldn't be in here hiding under my desk. You wouldn't be fearful of the wicked ones out there or anything that they could do to you. In fact, if you were serving the Lord, Frankie, you could have peace.
Do you think they're gone yet?
Frankie, have you been listening?
I'll be seeing you, officer. Looks like the coast is clear.
I hasn't heard a word I've said. Lord, I hope there aren't any more brothers.
Oh, you look nice. You changed. Feeling better?
Well, who said I was feeling bad?
Well, you were,
You could have said something, you know.
I tried.
And you couldn't tell how upset I was?
Dear, I did try to tell you, but you weren't listening.
Well, of course I wasn't listening. I was running around the store frantically looking for a piece of paper that you had.
I don't see why it's such an emergency. I mean, we always keep duplicate copies of all our bills.
Oh, you don't see why it was an emergency?
No.
We always have duplicate copies of our bills. Well, let me tell you something. I have been up to my nose in bills and receipts all week, and I've had to find room for new shipments coming in, and I've had to clean the store and clean the house, and I've had to make baked goods for the church baked goods sale, which I have not finished yet, and you cannot understand what the emergency was?
Whoa! Where is all this coming from? I was taking care of the new shipment coming in and checking the back orders.
Well, yes, but...
But you thought you would do my job in case I didn't do it the way you wanted it done?
Well, yes, but it's only because you don't seem to be as concerned as you should be about it.
I've already checked everything out. If you had asked me, I could have told you not to worry.
I'm sorry. You know, every time I stick my nose in where it doesn't belong, I end up getting myself all in a tizzy like I am today.
That's because when you're trying to do my job, the grace isn't there, and you end up losing your peace over it.
Well, I certainly haven't put on my peace shoes today, have I?
No, you haven't.
I'm sorry. I have learned my lesson, though. Again.
That's good. Why don't I put this mop down, and what do you say we go for a nice, peaceful walk?
Oh, I would love that. I could use a little peace and quiet.
After you.
What do you think? Could we get some ice cream?
Only on top of pie.
I doubt it. You're the best friend a guy could ever have.
Ah, you're my best buddy. Ah, I'm a better friend than you. Oh.
Hi, fellas. What's it gonna be today?
Hi, Charity. Give my best friend here anything he wants.
Your treat, eh?
Yep, he can have anything he wants. I feel so good.
Let me guess. You got your peace shoes on.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Doubt, what's it gonna be?
Okay, let's see. I'll start out with the biggest steak you've got. Okay. A side order of hash browns, 3 eggs, double order of toast. And could you take that steak and just smother it with mushrooms. And onions, please?
Mm-hmm. My, you certainly are hungry today.
I'm as hungry as a horse.
Right. And what's it gonna be for you, Mr. Cartwright?
I think I'll just have the chicken sandwich, Charity. Yeah,
Chicken
that's the
sandwich?
chicken sandwich.
Okay. All right, I'll get your coffee.
Oh, that's
All
good.
right.
Nice hot coffee.
And your rolls, and then I'll start off on your order. Okay?
Ooh, that looks good. Yes.
There you go. I'll be right back.
Well, Mr. Cutright, how's business?
Pretty good. Thank goodness. Anyways, Doubt, I gotta go wash my hands. Doesn't Charity's homemade rolls smell so good? I'll be right back.
Okay. These rolls not only smell good, they taste good.
Hey! Doubt!
No, these rolls of cherries are really good. She added a little bit of cinnamon in it this time. Really good.
Doubt!
I gotta have peace like a river, gotta have peace. Gotta have peace like a river, gotta have peace.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm sitting here. But you know what? I've got Pastor's message just going around and around and around inside my head.
Well, aren't you being obedient?
Well, of course. That's my middle name, Mr. Obedient.
Mr. Up, I think you should go to Doc's office. I believe he could do something for those aching feet of yours.
I already did, and a lot of good it did me. Why, he treated me so mean and like a little child.
Really? Well, I've always found Doc to be quite easy to talk to.
Yeah, perhaps he was busy, or maybe he had something on his mind.
No, he just doesn't like me. And you know, it's probably because of all that higher education that he has. All those degrees and diplomas on his wall.
Mr. Up, I'm sure that's not so.
It is too so.
Mr. Up, you have to remember peace shoes. You know, like Pastor said, we're to walk in peace with one another. You know what? Oh, never mind.
Well, I have shoes. What I don't have is peace. And it's all Doc's fault.
Howdy, gentlemen.
Yes, Charity, could I have a fill, please?
Sure.
Where are you gonna put it?
Oh, right in here. I've got lots of room. In fact, I could even put more dessert in there.
Dessert?
Do you mind?
No, I don't mind. You can have whatever you want. I'll just eat this puny little sandwich.
We'll see how that sandwich can fill you. Oh, I'll take care of this for you. Can I have a piece of cherry pie, please?
Sure.
Would you like some coffee, Mr. Cutright? There you go. Here, this will put it out. Oh, there, that'll cool it.
Don't! Are you insane? Look at what you did to me!
Now, Cutright, I wouldn't want you to lose your piece now, would I?
Lose my peace? Is that what this is all about? I'm gonna get you down!
I got peace like a river. I got peace. I got peace like a river. I got peace. Ooh.
Oh, hello, boys and girls. Have you ever gotten a wee little stone in your shoe? How did it feel? I'll bet it hurt, didn't it? Why, you can't run, walk, or even stand with that kind of pain. You're almost unable to do anything. If you've experienced that, then you know what I'm talking about. That's why it's so important to protect your feet, because you need them. It's the same when you're a Christian. We need to protect our spiritual feet. Ephesians 6 verse 15 says, "And with your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace." The shoes we wear are shoes of peace that keep us ready at all times for anything the enemy might throw our way. The peace of God will enable us to do all things with our spiritual feet that are mentioned in the Bible. We use our spiritual feet for walking in love, walking by faith, to walk in the Spirit, for walking in truth, and for standing. I borrowed Mr. Up's boots to show you an example. Now, if I asked you to run around the room with these boots on, you'd have a difficult time. You would probably even trip and fall because they don't fit. Well, God's shoes will fit, but we must do our job as well. First of all, we must stay in God's Word, and second, we must stay in prayer. By doing this, it's like lacing up these boots good and tight so we could walk anywhere, through anything, and be at peace with God's provisions. Until next time, boys and girls, don't forget your peace shoes.
How are you? Come on in. Take a seat.
I did.
Well, what can I do for you today?
I need your help, Pastor.
Well, that's what I'm here for. But by the looks of the way you came in here, you were limping. Looks like you need the doc, not me.
No. He is the problem. Why, he tried to steal my shoes with a gospel piece today.
Doc tried to steal your gospel shoes?
Yeah.
Oh, is that why you're limping?
Well, no. My shoes are wore out, and every time I take a step, I get this shooting pain in my foot. And it's real hard to keep your peace when you got a pain in the foot.
Well, I can see that being a problem, Mr. Up, but what's that got to do with the doc?
Well, when I went to see the doc, why, he treated me badly.
Really? Come on in. Oh, hi, Doc.
Oh, sorry, Pastor. I didn't realize you had someone in with you.
Not a problem, not a...
Sure, a lot. You care.
Mr. Up. Doc, Mr. Up's feeling like you weren't very kind to him today when he was trying to show you his foot.
Well, every time I tried to touch his foot, he hollered and put up such a fuss that I couldn't get out what was wrong.
Really?
Well, these tootsies are tender, you peace robber, you.
Wait a minute. How do you expect Doc here to help you when you won't let him look at your foot or answer any of his questions?
Well, he's a doctor. He's supposed to know what to do.
Oh, Mr. Up.
Only God knows everything.
Well, listen, will you let him look at your foot now?
Well, all right, but only if you stay right here in case he turns mean again.
Okay, well, sit down.
All right.
Let me see your foot. You ready, Doc?
Oh, I gotta grab.
Well, Mr. Up, I think I found the problem right here.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, I should have come to you in the first place instead of going to him.
Well, it's attack.
An attack? An attack of what?
Not an attack. Attack. There's a tack in your shoe.
Oh.
No wonder you're having a sharp pain in your foot. Look at that.
That's a big one.
Yeah. Well, it looks to me like you've got some apologizing to do.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I better go apologize to the leaves because he's not really as mean as I said he was.
Mr. Up. You know, I sure hope that Mr. Cutright remembers to pick up that evangelist, because that's all I need is peace robbers.
I can't believe you did that to yourself. You did that. Why, Glenna?
That's it. I've had it. Mr. Doubt, you apologize to Mr. Cutright right this minute. You are nothing but a little peach stealer.
Now, Charity, just remember the pastor.
Said apologize.
Oh, all right. Oh, Cartwright, I'm sorry. I tried to steal your piece, and well, I'll pay for the meal, and I'll even pay to get your clothes cleaned, and I'll.
Okay, that's enough. Now, Mr. Cutright, you accept his apology.
Now, just wait a minute.
Mr. Cutright.
All right, Doubt. I accept your apology, and well, don't worry. I said I would pay, and I'm still gonna pay for your dinner.
No. I'll pay. I'm the one that played the trick on you.
No, I'll pay.
No, I'll pay.
I promised you I would pay.
I'll pay. I'll pay for it.
Okay, I don't care who pays. You are not gonna rob me of my peace today. Please let me have some peace.
Okay, it's all right. If you want peace, then peace is what you'll get. Isn't that right, Cutright?
Yeah, sure. I got peace like a river. I got joy like a flood. I got peace like a river. I got joy like.
Finally, I've got peace.
Have you ever had trouble keeping peace in your life? I think every one of us are challenged at times with trying to keep our peace. Today I want to talk to you about a story found in Mark 4:35-41, when a storm threatened to sink the boat that Jesus and his disciples were in. After Jesus had been ministering to people one day, he said to his disciples, "Let's get in the boat and go over to the other side." As they did this, a furious storm came up and just about sank the boat. The disciples became upset with fear and quickly went to Jesus and said, "Teacher, don't you care if we drown?" Right away, Jesus got up, rebuked the wind, and said to the waves, "Quiet, be still." Then the wind died down, and it was completely calm. Isn't it neat how Jesus always makes a way for us to have peace, even in the midst of a storm? God has given Christians armor to wear to protect us from the attacks of the enemy. In this week's lesson, we are talking about having our feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. You and I can be sure-footed, prepared for anything that comes our way when we have our peace shoes on. We put these shoes on by knowing Jesus, who he is, and how much he cares for us. As we know this, our faith will grow, and when storms come, we'll have peace because we know Jesus will see us through to the other side. So start today and read your Bible daily and get to know all the promises of God's peace that he has for you and I. As you do this, others will see the peace that you have, and your life will show the good news of God's peace. If there's one thing people need, it's the peace of God, and Jesus is the one who can give it to them.
will you quit bothering me? I'm on an important mission for the pastor. I gotta pick up the evangelist for the meeting tonight. Now listen, I'm gonna go on the other side of the train station and see if he is there. You stay here and quit following me.
Mr. Fancy Pants, you think he's so important? Well, sir, can I help you today?
Yes, I'm looking for a gentleman named Mr. Cutright. He was supposed to meet me here.
Oh, I'm a very important person in town. I know everyone.
Well, could you point him to me?
Mr. Cutright, he's gone that way, sir.
Oh, Pastor Mulder, how are you? I'm Mr. Cutright. I'm here to pick you up and take you to my pastor. And he's over here, this way.
Well, my bags are right over here.
No,
Just
no,
let me...
I'll get him. You go on ahead. Just straight ahead.